When I think about a whole body approach, I do feel that we need to look at the body, at the mind, at the brain, right? And I do see brain and mind differently, and at the spirit, at the soul. And I've talked about this in the past where I feel that now I work more on a soul healing level instead of a physical body level. And I think a lot of us have moved to that, whether we're conscious of it or not. I feel that when we are working to fix our physical body or fix our emotional body, we can move into a place of intense doing and fixation. I think that in order to heal your physical body, you need to work on the emotional body and the soul body. I don't think that there's a way to find a sustainable healing in the physical body without doing these things. And I don't think this is a new idea. I think many of us are going there again, whether we can verbally acknowledge it or not. I think we are all moving there. So for me, in the practices that I have learned and developed, I tend to work mostly from an energy down into the body. I feel like the physical body will show us and hold all that has sort of been circling around us for a long time. And when it lands in the physical body, it's really the last place where it's like, okay, do you see me now? And we can actually then see the imprint of what has been circling around our physical bodies for a long time. Sometimes they come in when we're born, right? So I noticed this, or I have noticed this in injuries and in illnesses. And recently, I'm also, of course, studying more and noticing it in just the marks that we have on our body, the lines that show up on our faces, any part of our body. And so I do take it into consideration when I'm working with somebody, because I think that if we're just doing physical, like we're just working out, or we're just doing physical therapy or whatever it is on the physical level, and we're not trying to work on the emotional level or the soul level, we can't get complete healing. I just don't see how that's working in a sustainable way anymore. I think we have to do, and not think, I know we have to do the whole thing. So I do feel that the combination of a physical practice with emotional practice of self-exploration and a soul practice, which to me would be the purpose that you're here on this earth, that together is a whole healing. I think if you're doing that consistently, then you will feel that it's easier to function in the world. It's easier to be in your physical body. Now, there are obviously some things that play into this that become roadblocks, and some of that is, if your soul chose a certain illness or injury or something physical in this lifetime as your purpose to work with, sometimes that can be a block until you recognize it, because then I would say, then you work with that. You work with that illness. It may or may not go away, but it doesn't become something that disempowers you. The work of empowerment is really not just an emotional concept. The idea of empowerment is a whole body concept. It's empowering ourself. And our self encompasses our soul and our emotional body and our physical body. It also encompasses how we interact with the collective energy, right? So it's really important to take into consideration all of the things, which is one of the reasons why my practice is changing, because I do feel that I have kept so much of this separate for so long that it doesn't work as a practice for me anymore. I need to move into using these modalities as a whole in a practice. So that's kind of where I'm moving. But yeah, I would like to hear your thoughts on that and how you incorporate them into your life.